Narnian Apocalypse. Final thoughts on the Chronicles in general. The other major controversy in the book comes in the way Lewis describes the Calormens. The real question comes in the form of, is it racist? The question gets asked more often, probably since September 11th, 2001, than it did definitely in 1956, only because the West asked. They now see the Semitic peoples of Arab, Middle Eastern, and Southwestern Asian descent somewhat differently than they did in those days. Little doubt can remain that Lewis must have fashioned the Calormenes on these people and their culture. They have dark skin, they wear turbans, they live in the desert, they have crescent-shaped swords and decorations. He even makes a veiled anti-Islamic statement in TLB, which proves that, at least in Narnia, the good, quote-unquote, good people's god, Aslan, does not equate to the god of the bad people, Tosh. Conservative evangelical Christians today make the same argument regarding the Judaic god called Jehovah, Yahweh, various other monikers, and the Islamic god Allah. Even though ostensibly these may be the same character in some people's view. Lewis's treatment of the Calormen, of the Calormen princess Erebus in The Horse and His Boy, and especially in TLB, the character Emeth, provide the best defense from charges of racism. After all, Emeth, though he worships Tosh, lives a virtuous and he lives a virtuous life. And in the end, he finds his way into Aslan's country, which is an allegorical version of heaven, we can easily suppose. This, however, has angered and confused some conservative Christians who feel it causes the mirror image of Aslan Jesus to blur, since many of them place a great deal of stock in scripture like John 14:6. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. Ultimately, Lewis claims not to have written his chronicles as allegories. But his research and writing on allegory in medieval literature, along with his extensive work in Christian apologetics, makes any denial of his faith bleeding over into the text just that, denial. In the end, this doesn't invalidate anything. It merely brings another level of possible examination to what many readers consider one of the greatest collections of children's books in the English language.